Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and we're going to discuss how New York City, really New York State, and the rest of America is now being completely and totally destroyed by design, but especially New York City in this predator class, build back better, great reset, aka New World Order agenda that they have salivated over for so long. And one of the ways that they've done this outside of the medical martial law tyranny, which really they began to bring in when they said, you know what, religious exemptions for your kids? No, we're just going to pump diddly ump whatever we want into those kids whenever we want. Why? Because we're the state. And that's what we do. And another thing that they did pre-COVID 1984 was what? Catch and release. Well, guess what? Catch and release is so absurd and so over the top that people can't understand what's actually happening. And when you look at how many times you've had actual successful prosecutions this year in 2019, or I'm sorry, this year compared to 2019, it's absolutely criminal. It shows you they are destroying the city to build back better because they told you Eric Schmidt was coming in with the smart cities. They told you Bill and Melinda Gates were coming in for education of your kids. They're telling you you're bad. All of this is moving at an incredible rate. But the idea that these people care about you, and this is about your safety, okay? I want you to think long and hard about the people we're going to show you and the crime that has gone nuts in New York City especially. Again, so they can destabilize that area as they bring in the automation, as they bring in the UBI, as they bring in the what? Key to slavery pass, right? Shout out to Simon Naylor, one of my viewers, by the way, who is fighting the green pass. It's all the same thing. You notice that they have it green there? We're going to show you a compilation video of Building Back Better. It's actually on the website of the White House now. They've been announcing this for some time. So again, it's time to grow up and realize these people don't care about you. They're letting serial sex offenders, people who do unthinkable things and have been caught doing unthinkable things in front of children out again and again, but they care about you, right? They're going to build back better, right? Well, we're going to get into that. We're also going to go over the story I missed a few weeks ago where, in Brooklyn and Queens, 16 people were shot in 90 minutes. That sounds safe. That's safe and effective, huh? Let's get into those Bernaysian talking points, huh? So, this one is going to go a lot farther than what you think. Old Klausy McBoy and his COVID-19 Great Reset and the Time Magazine agenda, these people really care about you. You're going to see how much they care, okay? So, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. We need you over here on YouTube, too. We need people that are perusing YouTube, watching cat videos, and may come across the channel. I mean, we're heavily censored here. We've been demonetized for some time. They've taken the channel twice. We've gotten it back. Again, without your support, this wouldn't be possible. The links are down below. But remember to Rockfin. I do want to say that the last video we did has an extra 5 or 6 minutes at the end, uncensored, right? The Zombie Joe crime crisis video, I think that goes all the way through, but there are plenty of exclusive and uncensored videos over at Rockfin. So make the free account. You can also get a 1-year membership for only $100. $99.99. Think about that. You save on 2 months. You help support this, and you say, hey, I like platforms that are about free speech. I like platforms that aren't going to take people down for trying to help people and tell the truth. Because really, have I done anything other than that? I mean, I've tried to help people. The GoFundMe's down below. Odyssey, thank you for backing up the channel. All the docs are free. Let's get into it. Now, I'm bringing this up in LA, okay, because it shows you a parallel to New York. Now, remember the media, Mr. Wang Dangle, right? Mr. Wang Dangle just wanging his dangle everywhere, identifying as a woman in a massage parlor, and like nobody doing anything. Well, they finally picked this person up, right? And of course, has a long criminal record, including previous sex offenses, right? Burglaries and trespass. And this is the person that was identifying as a quote-unquote woman with basically an erection, folks. You read into it, okay? And the reason I'm bringing that up is because this guy, 5 times, he's been caught in front of children. And he's freed, thanks to all the de Blasio reform. Here he is right here. Harry Zucker, 77. Here he is with, that's the guy. They care about you. That's the point. They care in cities like Los Angeles. They care in New York City. And as far as the West Coast goes, they're as close to New York as it gets. Period. They've got their little key to slavery pass over there in some areas as well in San Francisco. Now check this out. De Blasio, 18 court verdicts. 405. Okay? If I said 450 before, I'd correct myself. So think about that. 18. Not even 1/20th. Not even. Less than 1/20th of the verdicts. You see what's going on? See that? Yeah, this is by design because these people are ready to build back better. That's their agenda. Oh, everything needs to be fairer with the wealthiest and large corporations paying their fair share. Yeah, sure. That's why you had record profits from some of these big corporations, right? While you eviscerated the middle class. Can you really say F these people enough? I'm trying to hold it together. But we're going to play, before we get to the compilation, this Build Back Better agenda. I want to see how well they've built back better in their smart city, everybody. Because, well, you'll get to see it right here. We do it, and we do it live. Here we go.
City, 16 people were shot in just 90 minutes in Brooklyn and Queens overnight. At one of the shootings, gunmen opened fire on an outdoor party, sending dozens of people running for cover. Eyewitness News reporter Safan Kim is live in Bed-Stuy with the concerns about gun violence. Safan?
Well, Shada, it was a large party outside on a summer night. More than 100 out here blasting music. But that sound of music was overtaken by the sound of gunfire and panic when that party took a violent turn, leaving this playground in Bed-Stuy looking like a battlefield.
Like a battlefield. Good old catch and release, huh? We've had the hatchet attacks at the ATM, right? We've had women thrown on the ground and sexually assaulted in broad daylight. We've had children shot in broad daylight in Times Square. They're building back better, everybody.
Victim after victim after victim. Chaos and fear gripping the Roosevelt houses in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, after cops say 2 gunmen fired shots into a large crowd. 8 people shot here overnight, including a man shot in the head in critical condition and a woman grazed in her face. The victims, 18 to 27 years old, shot just after midnight. Stray bullets even hitting windows across the street.
Bullets have no name.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's just crazy out here, that's it.
We don't always have to be tough. We don't always have to be gangster.
Investigators are now poring over video evidence and interviewing dozens and dozens of witnesses. Chief of Department Rodney Harrison on scene today to see the violence up close. At least 16 people were shot within 90 minutes in Brooklyn and Queens overnight. 28 shootings with 48 victims in the city since Friday.
28 shootings with 48 victims since Friday. Now, this is a few weeks ago again, right? But that's only part of a week when they're doing this. Think about that right now. Think about what's happening, and they're telling you they care about you and they want to build back better. It's a bad joke. It's a bad joke. So, again, this has been a coordinated agenda. This video is a compilation from, I think, either all the way back in December or February. Now, there's another one that the Telegraph actually puts out, which we'll probably put in there because it has a little more Biden. There's a little overlap in there. But at this point, people need it drilled into their head that none of this, okay, this Build Back Better agenda has anything to do with your freedom, your rights. All this virus stuff and medical martial law and digital slavery is going to morph not only into a social credit score, but total lockdowns because of climate change, okay? And you being a bad carbon-based being. The time is now. They're going for it. They've written about it. They've bragged about it. Time Magazine, their mouthpiece, has all these players just telling you the same thing. This is Joe Biden. Joe Biden couldn't build back a better diaper to keep the poop from slipping down into his leg as he's trying to speak because he's not there, because he's a zombie. Okay? He's Zombie Joe.
Very pertinent question to ask, how do we build back better?
To build back better or whatever.
We have a chance to reset the clock and build back better than before.
Yeah, reset the clock and build back better than before. And we've got entire commercials on it, entire campaigns.
To build back better than before.
Hey, look who it is. It's a serial killer who got off with no criminal charges whatsoever.
Remember the terrible damage of COVID as we try to build back from this global pandemic.
Joe Biden calls it Build Back Better.
Build back better.
Building back better.
To do things differently. To build back better.
We're going to build it back better.
And build it back better.
It's my plan to build back better.
Start taking all the problems that have been created in education and mental health and start to build back in a positive way.
I have launched a booklet called Build Back Better, Britain After Coronavirus.
And again, COVID-19, the Great Reset. Klaus Schwab tells you, Fourth Industrial Revolution. Watch my last video. Chips in your heads. Chips in your heads. Chips in your heads. Okay? These are the people that tell you one answer. You'll own nothing.
It's about building this country back better.
Growing conspiracy following it. It is called the Great Reset.
An unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset the ways in which we live.
The great opportunity for reset.
The theory even calls Mr. Biden's campaign slogan, Build Back Better, a front for the conspiracy.
Build back better.
Building back better our economy.
Build back better.
All elements of the Great Reset are fundamental to building the future we need.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
It's a big effort to, some would say, to build back better. We would say to really have a great reset.
Conspiracy.
You get it. You get it. I hope you get it by now. That's the deal. They're gutting this country. They don't care about you. They got serial child abusers on the street. Again, you think they care about your health? When have they ever cared about your health? It's on like Donkey Kong, everybody. Peaceful non-resistance, peaceful non-compliance, and just no to all these restrictions from now on. That's it. Be real with everybody. Stop playing pretend. Lies don't make friends, period. And even if you think lies are going to keep your friendships and playing pretend are going to keep your friendships, do you really love that person? If you're not brave enough to tell them the truth, if you can't muster that much up, I'm just saying. Guys, you know the deal. The links are down below. Rockfin, and Rockfin. Again, you want to support this program, the best way to do it right now is make that 1-year subscription, endorse Jason Burmis, and get all the premium content and say, I love free speech. I'm not about a globalist technopoly with its vicious boot on my neck all the time. I'm not about digital slavery. I'm not about building back better with a vision of mass shootings everywhere, crime everywhere, child sex offenders on the street everywhere. They can build back better if they like in their own homes. And hopefully we can stop that too, because these people are just grotesque. Guys, I love you. It's not about left or right. It's always about right and wrong. And I will see you all on the flip side.